I'm taking on a very tough topic today. This is about trust. The work that we've been putting out has grown in its reach and its response, and we have seen a lot of positivity, a lot of connection, a lot of just buena onda, like good vibes in the comments. And I gotta say, it feels really good. One of my goals in life is to try to figure out how to utilize technology to bring people together, how to use the force, the power of narrative to bring people together. So when I see comments like this, it really warms my heart and it makes me feel like we're moving in the right direction. Now, with that said, the most important thing to have is trust. When I do the thousands of miles I do, driving, zipping around the state, zip, 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 and I spend all the free time that I have just getting to know people and just getting to visit farms and restaurants and understanding the culture and the history of this beautiful state, it's important to me that you know that I do this because I love it, because I am honored to be a part of this community, and because I want to take that joy that I get from that and I want to share that with you. With that said, the flip side of the coin is that there is a wild part of me. The part of me, for example, that named myself Rocket. The part of me that would run away from home at 13. The part of me that had a mullet and wanted to drop out of high school. The part of me that on a whim decided to hitchhike across the country on less than $100. There is a very free, a very wild, a very untamed side of me. Now, I'm not saying this because, I need you to know everything about me. I'm saying this because I have this increasing uneasiness that if my reputation is positive and only ever positive, we are setting ourselves up, you and me, for great disappointment. I don't plan to disappoint you, but I plan to be human. And for all my amazing, wonderful traits, I'm also very flawed. And I know that. So I feel like this is the moment where I should own up to one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, and made in a spectacularly public fashion. My team and I spent over 120 hours working on a project to try to tell the story, but no draft that we could produce felt right. And I'm not sure that this is gonna feel right either, but I figured that it would at least be more authentic if I sat down and just spilled my guts and just owned up to all of it, Back in 2016, in the town of Middlebury, I raised hell about an economic development office that I felt like was not serving the interests of the taxpayer. But I did it in this way that absolutely torched my relationships in town. And when I talk about trust and the importance of trust, well, my behavior there effectively torched all the trust and the goodwill that I had in Middlebury. For years since, I have wanted to apologize. I have carried this cloud of shame about my behavior since then. Now, over the past year, I have done a lot of work in a lot of towns across Vermont and been on the select board in Hartford. Now, both of these aspects of my life have given me a lot more perspective on my relationship to Middlebury, and they've also really reawakened that pain, that feeling of like, wow, I really want to make amends with the people in Middlebury. So consider this my formal apology to the people in Middlebury. But also, for everyone who's not in Middlebury, consider this a statement of acknowledgement that I have blemishes, ugly moments in my history, and that same wild, ratchet, crazed part of myself, that soul, that free spirit, is still in here. But I'm trying to channel that energy in a way that's productive. I work incredibly hard to maintain the focus and the balance that I may not have had in my 20s. In fact, I know I'm very public about swimming in cold water. Not only is it great for your health physically, I do it a lot of times for the mental and emotional aspect of it, to control myself, to master myself, so that when I go through other adversity, circumstances that I cannot control, that I have that internal focus and balance to say, okay, I've been here before, and I can stay cool and calm. Traits that don't come naturally to me. All right, everybody, thank you for hanging through this video. We are as committed as ever to delivering great narrative, but in us trying to make it real, I feel like, we gotta keep it real too, okay?